These are real rappers' theme music. Bitch, sing to it. This how you cook up some dope with no powder.
What's up, everyone? Hooky Chef back here, and today I actually have a bowl review. First off, I want to thank 5 Star and Liberty Bowls for sending this to me. So, as you can see here, I have the OG Rook Bowl. Now, OG was a bowl company that recently actually separated. You have Christopher Jones and then Omar, and they separated. One of them split to make alpaca bowls, which would be Omar. He makes alpaca bowls. There's tons of different kinds of those bowls. And then you have Liberty Bowls, which one of theirs is the Fudge Bowl. Now, Fudge is the censored down version. I don't know if I should actually say what the real name of it is, but I can definitely tell you that it stands for fuck you to someone. I'm just not going to say who. There's certain beef behind it, but I'm not a part of it, so I don't really care. Now, the Fudge Bowl is basically the smaller version of the Rook Bowl, in my opinion. It definitely looks exactly like the Rook, except a little bit smaller in diameter, but not really in height. And surprisingly enough, I think the clay on this is even better than my Rook Bowl. And don't get me wrong, I love my Rook Bowl. It holds around 30 grams or so, but this one definitely holds probably around 20, anywhere between 20 and 25, depending on what you're packing, of course. And I've gotten it to smoke for 3 hours straight before. I actually just got this bowl like way earlier this week, but I've definitely put it through the paces. I've smoked it with several different brands of tobacco, Tangier, Trifecta, Pure, Haze. I think I even did a little bit of ugly through it. So yeah, it definitely holds its own. But I'll go ahead and get into packing something in it and show you how it performs. And yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on it. Alright, so this is a weird angle, I know, but it's what I have to do because I use my phone to record. I want to show you how I have this packed up real quick. As you can see, I have some Trifecta and some Haze up in here. The Trifecta on your left, the Haze on your right. And yeah, this is how I have it packed up. You can see it's about 1/4's width underneath the rim. Now, if I was to, say, use the Ignis or the Lotus on here, I would actually pat this down just a little bit more, and just so the bumps would barely touch it. So now that you see how I have it packed up, I'll go ahead and throw some foil in here, and I'll show you how I do my hole patterns. Not that I think hole patterns really matter. Alright, so my coals are just about ready, so I'll make this quick. You can see the hole pattern there. There's like 3 or 4 rings. I usually like my airflow a little more wide open than most people do, but you could definitely take out a ring and still be completely fine. It'll throw a little bit more heat on your bowl. I don't like throwing too much heat at the very beginning, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some coals on here and show you how it smokes.
Don't turn on that stove, just turn this shit up louder. Black Eddie Bauer, mask on my face like I'm ready to take what is yours cause it's ours. Y'all stole my style, I shit on you like bowels and take all your princesses, bitch, I am Bowser. Fuck superpowers, I got this weed, gun on my hip, dog, that's all that I need. I don't play games, man, I'm not in no league, and I don't drop no names, but bitch, I am from Cleveland. Let it down, someone tell Britney we did it again. I heard Pooh got acquitted again, and my bank account holding 6 digits again. Pull out some hand, this for the ones who ain't make it, this for the ones who ain't make it. Focus your lens, pointed at me and see greatness, pointed at me and see greatness. Ray need a Benz, Dub need a all-black Mercedes, Tezo need all white, he racist, but homie I'm saying, I need a penthouse that's vacant. A-Rap money, salam alaikum, the beach is awakened. Pick up your shotty, my bitch is a murderer, she got a body.
Alright, so as you can see, it's already smoking fantastic. I have Haze and Trifecta up in there. It's actually Haze Frozen Lakes and Trifecta Dark Blend Tabletop. It's a strange but oddly good mixture. Got my Regal Malek, Thunder Hose, and just plain old tap water in the base. And I got 3 titanium cubes. And surprisingly enough, this bowl, with how thick and heavy the clay is, even how I said it was heavier than the OG Rook Bowl, even though it's smaller, it distributes the heat really evenly. So even though it seems like a lot of heat to have on a small bowl, it distributes it really well. Plus, these are 2 really good heat-taking brands, so I'm not too worried there. If you have something that's a little more sensitive to heat, such as, I don't know, Social Smoke or Starbuzz or something like that, I would definitely say knock it down to 2 or something like that. I also use the Ignis with this very often, and I have to admit that it smokes fantastic. Usually I don't like using heat management devices on smaller bowls, but it's not too crazy small, so it definitely it fits on there pretty snug and everything like that, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, so far I have pretty much zero complaints about this bowl. The only thing that I could maybe complain is that for it supposed to be being the smaller version of this, it definitely needs to be a little bit smaller, like in how much it holds tobacco-wise. It definitely holds around 20 to 25 grams. I think it needs to be knocked back just a little bit, so if they could shallow it up just a little bit more, I think it would be fantastic, because I do have issues with getting it burned all the way down to the bottom. And I've told you, I've had 3-hour sessions and it still didn't really quite touch the bottom. And by then, the top of it was just completely charred, so anytime you put new coals on it, it just kind of tasted like coal. That's kind of the only complaint I have about this. Other than that, the glaze is gorgeous. It holds up really well. I've scrubbed it multiple times already. As you saw, it looked brand new in the close-up. It foils well. It uses heat management devices. It has very wide open airflow due to the fact that it has little cuts in the spire, just like the Rook Bowl does. So you're definitely not going to get any full drag. Even if it didn't have that, the spire is low enough on the Fudge Bowl that it's not going to be drawn down into it anyways. And one of the things I actually really like about that is, since the spire is so low, the tobacco is actually usually above the spire, so it actually pulls the heat more through the tobacco and evenly cooks it a lot better. It definitely cooks the tobacco, gives you really nice clouds, gives you really good flavor. And yeah, I don't have any complaints about this bowl. So once again, I want to thank Alex and Liberty Bowls for sending this to me. If you want to pick one up yourself, I know 5 Star is actually doing a sale on them right now. They're only like $11.99, which is a fantastic price. And it's definitely, I wouldn't say a shisha saver, because it's definitely still a good 20-25 gram bowl, but it's definitely going to be worth the money. So I'm going to pass the hose to my fiance, who's off camera, and she's going to finish it up by blowing some smoke into the camera. So I'm going to get out of here. Hope all y'all have a good day. See ya.